Immigrants who were caught trying to cross the South Texas border. Immigrants from China. These pictures were taken by the Texas border volunteers.
We have had on occasion a number of Chinese in the groups that we have recalled in and reported to Border Patrol.
Border Patrol agents say about 500 Chinese immigrants were caught trying to cross through South Texas last year, and this is the agency's way of reaching out to them.
It's been very effective.
It's called a rescue beacon.
To them, there's a lifeline.
Designed by Border Patrol because of the increasing number of immigrants who've died trying to avoid Border Patrol's checkpoint in Falfurrias. There's water and a button to press for help if they choose. The sign is in English, Spanish, and Mandarin.
The fact that the federal government put the Chinese language on a rescue beacon is significant, and that tells us there are significant numbers of people from China coming through, else they wouldn't have bothered with it.
Last year, Border Patrol agents caught 155,000 people in the Rio Grande Valley. 97,000 of those were from places other than Mexico, including China.
After interviewing several of these nationals or immigrants from China, a lot of these people share the same reason. They are coming in because they're seeking a better life.
I am a first-generation immigrant.
Angela Yu was born in China, but she didn't come through the border. She came with her parents on a visa in 1992 and later became a U.S. citizen.
I think a lot of people are focused on the American dream.
Now an attorney working for Catholic Charities, she says people continue to immigrate from China for the same reason.
There's just not the same kind of mobility or opportunity as there is here in the United States. And for some, that drives them to make their way here, sometimes at any cost.
And that cost isn't cheap.
You need $50,000, $60,000 to pay the snakehead.
Texas A&M professor Dudley Poston says snakeheads work the same way as coyotes who smuggle Mexican immigrants into the U.S. Poston says they'll even set up jobs and get immigrants fake papers and fly them into the states.
The snakehead is with you for a longer, because you're going a greater distance, and the snakehead is with you for a longer period of time.
Poston says as people in rural China move to bigger cities to find work and unemployment rises, we'll continue to see Chinese immigrants come to the U.S.
We have 250,000 undocumented Chinese in our country now. We could have maybe 1 million, 1.5 million. I see them in the next 5 or 10 years taking over a lot of the jobs that local people don't do.
But China isn't the only country immigrants are coming from. This is an Urdu translation book found by the Texas border volunteers. Urdu is the native language of Pakistan.
It's another one of those indicators that there's probably some unsavory folks that are coming. This is no longer just a Mexico problem.
Border Patrol agents say the Rio Grande Valley is the quickest point of entry from Central America. That's why they think we're seeing so many immigrants from different countries come through South Texas.
Grace, $50,000, $60,000, that's a lot of money. Well, where are these families coming up with this kind of cash to pay the snakeheads?
Yeah, well, Mike, the professor we spoke with Texas A&M says in China it's actually easier for these families to borrow money to send a relative to the United States with a snakehead than it is to borrow money to set up a business back home in China. He says they see coming here as an investment.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks a lot. Good work.